This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Loving Animals, our podcast hosted by yours truly, Dr. Robin Ganser. Thanks so much for joining us for this week's incredible episode. Friends, I'm so excited to bring you one of our favorite episodes from the archives, a very special interview with the beautiful Alison Sweeney. You may know her as the talented actress from the NBC soap opera Days of Our Lives, star of Hallmark Channel originals Christmas at Holly Lodge and Murder, She Baked, or as the former host of the hit television show The Biggest Loser. But you may not know about the admirable extent of her work for animals. On this episode, Alison talks about her advocacy work against puppy mills, her role as an ambassador for American Humane, and her work for Pilots and Paws, an organization that flies animals from kill shelters to rescue groups around the country. Stay tuned, because after this quick break, we'll check in with my good friend Alison Sweeney.
Tired of wasting money on giant bags, boxes, and jugs of litter that don't last? Switch to World's Best Cat Litter, the only litter that lets you use less and get more. World's Best Cat Litter uses the concentrated power of corn to deliver outstanding odor control and easy cleanup. It's lightweight, 99% dust-free, and pet, people, and planet friendly. It's even flushable. Make the switch to World's Best Cat Litter and save $2. Visit www.saveonworldsbest.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome to Loving Animals with Robin Ganser. So thrilled to welcome an incredible, inspirational animal advocate, an incredible actress, no stranger to the camera. This woman is a powerhouse, and what I love about her is her love for serving as an ambassador for American Humane and really helping our platform expand around the world for really building a better world. Please join me in welcoming Alison Sweeney. Alison, thank you so much for being part of Loving Animals.
Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled to chat with you and to share our love of our beautiful animals.
Our best friends.
Yep.
Well, Alison, our listeners know you from Days of Our Lives, and not only Days of Our Lives, but I believe, is it 13 seasons of The Biggest Loser?
Yeah, can you believe it? My gosh.
You've seen so many lives transformed on that show, haven't you?
Yes, I really have. It's just been, a blessing to be a part of a journey like that and to see people transform their lives and to make changes to take care of themselves.
It's so important, because we can't take care of our animal friends if we don't take care of ourselves, right?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's great to have animals to help you remember to take care of yourself. I think there's a really symbiotic relationship there.
I agree completely. And of course, I have loved you in so many Hallmark Channel and Hallmark movies and mysteries. I loved your, Murder, She Baked franchise. I just loved that. It was so much fun to turn the TV on to Hallmark and to see you there. Just so great.
It's fun for me as well.
How long have you been working with Hallmark?
I did a movie. My first movie with Hallmark was maybe 5 or 6 years ago now. Mm-hmm. And we just got to talking and found we had so much in common and, fun projects they wanted to do together. And then as I got to know Bill Abbott better, I found him to be, again, an animal lover like you and I, mm-hmm. and all the wonderful people listening. And it was just such a pleasure to find that I could work with and create wonderful movies and, something that just was fun for the audience to tune into, and at the same time feel like I'm working with wonderful people who want to help animals as well.
That's great. That is great. And before we talk about our love for animals, I also want to congratulate you on your latest novel, Opportunity Knocks.
Thank you.
So much fun. I know you also wrote Scared Scriptless. I just love that title and the star attraction. So listeners, go out there and get Opportunity Knocks and enjoy it. A great summer read, won't it be?
I love writing about behind the scenes of Hollywood. It's really fun for me to sort of pull back the curtain, if you will, of making the TV and the movies that I get to be a part of, and showing a little bit of what it's like to be on a crew or to develop a concept. And, my third novel that you just mentioned, Opportunity Knocks, is about a makeup artist and her struggle to deal with a very difficult actress that she is working on. And so for me, it's really fun to play a little tongue-in-cheek with, actors and the reputations they have, which are sometimes quite well-founded, and then to reveal, just how hard it is to make it in that world. I love it.
That is so great. I'm so glad that you're a writer. I think that really is so important to be able to put your thoughts and your feelings on paper and to be able to share them. It's so much fun. And
it's fun for me. It's a really creative outlet for me, and I love it.
You're able to do this and be a mother to two precious kiddos, Ben and Megan. How do you do it all, Alison? This is amazing what you do.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, I have two. I can't believe how quickly they're growing too. Ben is 12 and Megan is 8. And, my husband and I just are so grateful all the time just how wonderful our kids are growing up to be, and how much fun they are. And we just have a lot of fun together as a family. And, now we're looking to the summer vacation and figuring out what we're going to do this summer and all the fun adventures we can have together as a family. So it's been really a joy.
Oh, that is so great. Well, as a working actress and author, a mom, I want to, and a national ambassador for American Humane, thank you for what you did for American Humane just about a year ago. You recorded a public service announcement on kindness. And isn't that beautiful word, kindness, is so important, especially as a mom raising two kiddos,
Well, it's funny because it's a word that I think people take for granted or don't. It doesn't call out to you. It doesn't call your attention to it. And yet it's such an important word. It's really at the heart of everything.
It sure is. It sure is. And with that kindness public service announcement, I want to share with you the news that we were just notified recently that was in the top 10 public service announcements of 2016. So congratulations.
My goodness. I didn't. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Isn't that wonderful?
Well, congratulations to you. I just got to be a part of it. I'm just grateful to be there. You're the one doing all that work. It's really spectacular. I mean, couldn't happen to a better group. You guys do amazing things, and I'm just lucky to be along for the ride.
Oh, well, you're very gracious. We're lucky to know you and to use your platform for celebrating kindness and compassion and be kind to animals was just wonderful, Alison. And we're so glad that it actually broke through to that big number, because that means it reached a lot of people. And
it's so important. Yeah, just more eyeballs watching and learning from it and getting to be a part of it makes a difference.
Absolutely. Well, now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about animals in your life. What animals are you raising Ben and Megan with?
Okay, so, my husband and I are really passionate about rescues. We started rescuing pets a few years ago, and, sometimes they're healthy and sometimes they're not always, and, we've just given these little beautiful hearts our home and our love and the best life we can for them. And right now, we had a Boston Terrier whom I've talked to you about who passed away a while ago, and she was just the light of our lives. She was just a beautiful dog, Winky, and she died almost a year ago, and after a wonderful full life with us. I mean, she was just a big part of our kids' lives. And we have another dog, Ozzy, that we rescued. My husband and I just literally saw him on the side of the road, and he had clearly not been cared for a very long time. And we rounded him up on the street before he could make his way onto the freeway, actually, and put him in our car. And, my husband and I said, well, we're not going to keep him. We're just, going to take care of him, get him cleaned up. We'll get him, rescued. And then, of course, the next day he had our name and our number and a collar. And we were like, wait a second. Came home from work. I'm like, wait, I think that's our dog now. So we kept him. That's Ozzy. And then after Winky passed away, we took a little time, a break. And at the end of last year, we went out and to a rescue and found a new dog for our family. In fact, my daughter Megan picked her out. Her name is Bean. and she's definitely got a lot of Chihuahua in her. She's a tiny little thing. And, it was really heartbreaking because I think the shelter was really hard for her, and she wasn't receiving well, and I just was so proud of my kids. Oh, my gosh, it makes me cry to tell the story, but she was really scared being there with other dogs, and you could tell, and she just didn't relax and be fun for my kids. She didn't come up and lick them. She was just so timid, and my kids just really embraced her and reached out, and they they wanted to help her. And the lady at the shelter cried when my kids said they wanted her because she knew this dog wouldn't have a big chance of being rescued by someone else, who wants a loving dog that they see right away, and my kids just said, no, we want to rescue this dog. We want to help her get better.
Oh.
So we took Bean home, and she's been a wonderful, loving part of our family ever since. And now she's funny and fun and runs around and plays with my son. You can see she's really opened up. I don't know that she ever had. They must have found her on the streets because she just took her a while to open up to my kids. And boy, now she's just such a wonderful dog, and she loves my son so much. She just follows him around and wants to be with him and wants to sit with him. And when he goes to school, she just sits there at the door, and she knows he's coming home, she's waiting for him. It's really the cutest thing. We're really, really lucky.
What an incredible puppy lottery. Bean won the puppy lottery, I think, to be at your home.
We did.
Oh,
absolutely.
I love it.
It's fun because Oz is getting a little up there in age, and so Bean really brings out that youthfulness in him, and you just see him kind of now he's like the big man on campus, and Bean is a little upstart. It's really cute.
I love it. Well, we're going to be debuting at the Hero Dog Awards this fall, a new rescue truck for the great state of California, and we would love to have Ozzy and Bean's photos featured on our rescue truck. It'd be so much fun.
That's so beautiful. Oh, my gosh. That would be amazing, Robin. Oh,
well, we're going to get a photographer out there to take some great photos and feature their beautiful mug shots on the truck.
Gosh,
Won't that be cute?
Oh, my gosh, that would be incredible.
Well, we will definitely.
Tiny little dog on a big bus. That's so
Isn't that just cute?
Yes.
I think it's great. But certainly the large blow-up version of the photo is going to be 100 times bigger than these dogs. But it's so much fun.
And I've seen your bus. It's so great. I mean, it's spectacular. It really calls attention. So
thank you.
I know my little one's faces would really make it shine.
Well, Ben and Megan will need to be at the ribbon cutting ceremony with us, and that'll be a great time for them to celebrate the next generation of animal lovers, right?
Oh, my gosh, what a great idea. I love that.
Good. Well, we'll make sure we get that on your calendar and your busy schedule for sure. Well, Alison, we're going to take a brief break for just a minute and come right back to talk about the Hero Dog Awards, and I'd also want to talk about Pilots for Paws, which I know you and your husband are actively involved with. So, listeners, you're listening to Loving Animals, and today we have Alison Sweeney. We'll be right back after this brief message.
We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dynovite for help.
Order a 90-day supply of Dynovite.
Dynovite for life.
Pick up 2 tubes of Dogosuds.
Get the 3rd tube free.
Peppermint, tea tree, lavender, Dogosud shampoo.
Made with all-natural coconut, jojoba, aloe. Great for healthy skin and soft, shiny coats.
But no itchy, harsh chemicals.
Lather up, rinse away.
Try Dogosuds. Buy 2, get 1 free.
At Dynovite.com.
DINOVITE.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Well, welcome back to Loving Animals, and this week we're featuring Alison Sweeney. Alison, we were just talking about your precious dogs, Winky, of course, who we know have passed away, and we know how much Winky meant to your family, but you have Ozzy and a new pup, Bean, just a rescue dog, and we're going to feature them on our new rescue truck for California.
That's amazing. Oh, my gosh. They're going to be so cute. I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be so much fun. We're, Alison, in Los Angeles just a week ago, we held our first homeless pet clinic, a veterinary clinic for the homeless people in Los Angeles to bring their animals to. And we served over 35 animals just in one day. We're looking to repeat that with our new rescue vehicle this fall. Just a critical need because I know...
Yeah, of course.
You go by
and gosh, that's so amazing. Thank you.
Well, it breaks our hearts that just because someone doesn't have a home doesn't mean they can't have a pet that's, well treated and cared for and
healthy.
Healthy, absolutely. So we'll invite you and your kiddos to come out next time we do another homeless pet clinic.
I would love to have them come.
And with the backdrop of Ozzie and Bean's great faces, it should be a wonderful experience for your kiddos, too.
For sure.
Oh. Well, you have been along for the ride for several Hero Dog Awards, and we're coming up quickly on the 7th Annual Hero Dog Awards that we host in Beverly Hills. These are, for listeners who haven't seen this, it's an annual show on the Hallmark Channel as part of their pet project. We're thrilled that Bill Abbott and all the leaders at Hallmark love animals as much as we do, and they've agreed to welcome the 7th Annual Hero Dog Awards on their platform. Allison, what are your fondest memories of the Hero Dog Awards?
Oh my gosh, how do you even begin? Mm-hmm. It's such an incredible night. It's so much fun. All the dogs are just so inspiring and funny and beautiful and loving, and the people who own them on the other end of the leash are just such advocates and wonderful people too. So I have so many great memories and so many great pictures of me with all these wonderful dogs, with such great different personalities. And also I think what I really learned from it are my biggest takeaways, because I never realized just how many different things dogs can do, and how many different wonderful roles they fill in our lives. And from the amazing stories of the rescue dogs and the police dogs, and then of course your incredible involvement with the soldiers and the dogs that serve overseas, and those amazing animals and the special lives they need, and the people who want to give them that retirement, that they deserve. And those stories are incredible to me too, but also the dogs that have helped people who are ill. There was a wonderful story last year about a woman who has seizures, and her dog rescues her and can give her the warning signs that, we just can't understand. We don't know what that is. And this dog does, and he goes and helps her. And I mean, that's just a miracle, isn't it?
It is a miracle. It is a miracle. And I think this whole show is all about educating all of us humans who don't understand the incredible power of these dogs. And we quote unquote say they're working dogs. Actually, these are dogs that are alongside us humans out of unconditional love, not because they're quote unquote working and clocking in as a war dog or clocking in as a therapy dog. They're there because they love us humans. Isn't that amazing?
It is. And that sometimes it's just a function of them being together and being meant to be, there's something also so beautiful about that they grow up together, or they help each other, and it's really incredible. All the stories, every story. And then, that beautiful puppy who passed away, who was sort of representing, kind of trying to help educate people about puppy mills.
Harley.
And Harley. And he just had such an important message, and his photos were just so heartbreaking of what that life is about, and the work we still need to do to eliminate that.
Absolutely. With puppy mills, and Rudy Taylor is the owner of Harley. Actually, Harley has passed away, but that tiny Chihuahua spent 10 years of his life living in a cage in a puppy mill. And when they found him, he had such horrible heart disease, a missing eye, a broken tail. And it was Rudy and Dan Taylor that adopted this precious pup and told his story, which allowed us all to be much more aware of the abuses in puppy mills. And I know our good friend Naomi Judd wants to start a campaign really to educate and to promote good rules, legislation to really stop this. I know there's been attempts before, but we've got to do this. It's got to be part of the humane movement.
And the other wonderful story is my husband and I got to talk to Jason and his beautiful dog Axel, and hear his story, and just, I think that's such an important, they're just spreading such an important message and of strength and courage, and just these amazing dogs that are out there, the service dogs, and I'm so proud to know them, and to know what Jason and Axel are doing is making a difference.
Absolutely, making a big difference for sure. And speaking of making a difference, I think what's so special is your commitment to, and your husband's commitment to Pilots for Paws. You want to share a story about Pilots and Paws and you and your husband Dave and what you do for them?
Yeah, so Pilots and Paws is this incredible organization that helps dogs find new owners or connects them with people who want to help them, even if it's in a different part of the country. So there's oftentimes, loving people who want to rescue dogs from a bad situation or from a kill shelter, but they're, across the state or maybe even 2 states away. Or a doctor, a vet who's willing to do a surgery on a dog, that's in a shelter that they can't afford it, but he's, a state away, in San Francisco, and we're in Los Angeles. And Pilots for Paws will set up the flight. Right. And there's these wonderful pilots who donate their time, and they fly the dogs from, one place to another and get them connected with their new owner or get them connected with the vet who's going to do the surgery or bring them home from a surgery they had or whatever the situation calls for. Mm-hmm. And my husband is one of those pilots. And it has just been such a great experience for us. We've met so many wonderful dogs, and we've met so many wonderful people as a result of it. My husband said there's so many times that he and my son do it quite a bit together. Mm-hmm. And he said people will bring them flowers. They're standing there like, awaiting the long-lost family member. They welcome these new dogs into their lives, and they give Dave and Ben, candy or flowers to say thank you for the flight. And it's just he said, so heartwarming to see these people, and their kids and uniting with these pets that they've longed for and that they bring into their family and love them. And it's just adorable. And then the woman who runs it is just such a spectacular, heartwarming woman who just shares her time and dedicates her life to doing this. Mari is just really just doing this for the love of the animals.
Amazing. And I do love that organization. I think they do incredible work and just getting animals to where they can be adopted, getting them to have a better chance to have a forever loving home. How special is that? Yeah, my husband and I rescued one. There was a terrible situation, I think, in Chicago, where they had found a woman hoarding, maybe 15, 20 dogs or something, and they were not healthy and being cared for, and it was a really scary situation, so they had to get the dogs out. And now they're stuck with, they called every rescue in town, and, there's just not enough room for all these. I think they were Mexican hairless dogs, those hilarious dogs with no fur, and they just have a little tuft on their head. So there was a family wanted one in California, and my husband and I happened to be out that way, and so we picked up this dog and brought him back to California. His name was Horton, and he sat in my lap the whole flight and just was the coolest thing. He was like, yeah, cool, let's go for a flight, just looking out the window. It was so great. And of course, I'm sure the California weather will suit him much better, and he was happy as a clam to get here, and it was just a great experience, and the family was so happy to have their new dog, and I think it was an allergy situation, so he was perfect for their kid, and it was great. Oh, I love that.
It makes you feel good.
And a lot of people don't talk about those little hairless dogs. That's really important. I mean, when people say there's an allergy, there's a dog for that too, That's great. Yeah. That is wonderful. Good. Well, talk to us a little bit about what you have coming up on Hallmark.
Well, I'm really excited because Hallmark and I are collaborating on a Christmas movie for this holiday. Mm-hmm. And that's been my focus right now. Actually, I went back and filmed some scenes at Days of Our Lives this past summer, and that's going to be airing in mid-October, I think, I come back. And so that was a really fun, sort of for me, like going home again and visiting people I love and getting to play Sammy again was just a joy and exciting and outrageous and hilarious.
Oh, great.
So that was really fun for me, and now it's time, that I spent that time sort of prepping a new script for Hallmark, getting ready for this Christmas movie, and now we're going to get ready to get to production. So I'm really excited.
Oh, I love that. We all love the Hallmark holiday movies, boy.
Yeah, they do a great job, and I'm excited. This will be my first holiday movie with them, my first Christmas movie. So, of course, to be part of the Christmas holiday tradition at Hallmark is really special.
It sure is. Well, Alison, let's just dream about a better world, right? We've got so many political, polarizing times. Things are challenging on the Hill. Things are challenging in our own hometown communities and all. What would be your one dream? If you had a magical dream and Hallmark could give us all a magical dream of a better world, what would you think that would be?
Boy, that's a tough thing to talk about right now. Yeah. I feel like there's so many things that leap out at me, and I think that I would have to say that I hope that my kids kind of see us through these tough times, and maybe we can come out the other side healthier and more united and find some common ground, and that my kids don't end up in a world that's even more divided than it is now, or more violent. I'm hopeful that there's a place where we can all meet.
You know what's so great is that goes back to that PSA you recorded, all about kindness and compassion, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? I really do believe that everyone sort of is looking for that and believing that they're part of that. And if we could just sort of have that faith in people who disagree with us,
right.
It's okay to disagree. It's just, there's a way to do it with kindness and not vitriol.
Right. So true. Such wonderful, powerful words. Well, Alison, I look forward to welcoming you to the 7th Annual Hero Dog Awards. It'll be here before we know it. And I look forward to seeing you, of course, on the beautiful Hallmark holiday movie. I can't wait to hear more about that. Those are always my favorite. So.
Oh, me too. All right. I look forward to it, too. And I can't wait to see you and hear more about the wonderful work you do, Robin.
Oh, well, thank you. And hopefully we'll get on Capitol Hill very soon to talk about unity around our service dog project, Pups for Patriots. Isn't that a great bill name?
Oh, gosh, it's great. It's so important. I have my fingers crossed for you.
Me too. Well, Alison, thank you so very much for your time, and we'll talk very soon, and we'll see Bean and Augusty on our new rescue trucks.
Can't wait.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you, Alison. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Wow, friends, it's so amazing to hear from Alison Sweeney on all the incredible work she's doing on behalf of innocent animals. We're so honored to have her by our side as American Humane Ambassador. Each day we work to protect and care for animals in need, and it's the support of friends like Alison and you that allows us to touch so many lives. Remember, this week and every week, I'm loving animals, and I hope you are too.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.